Wakanda forever. Man, it's so devastating to hear that the world has lost one of the true acclaimed actors in Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman, who played the part of Black Panther T'Challa in that movie, and it made history. And it made history in more ways than one. We talk about it here on Vow next. Everyone, welcome to this edition of Viral as we celebrate the life and career of Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman, one of the world acclaimed actors, has passed away at the age of 43. And it's shocking to hear that and know that and not use like what's going on. But first thing first, join in the conversation using the hashtag Viral here on Connect. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for this week's Viral because this week is be our season 3 finale. This week on Viral coming up on Thursday. We thank you all, and we didn't want to end on this note, but we have to talk about it. And it's sad and unfortunate to talk about, but I think Chadwick Boseman left an impression on everybody. If you saw this man, know how an incredible talented man he was. From he had great style and class. He was a class act. His movies speak for itself. Well, Chadwick Boseman had passed away, and let's hear the unfortunate news with these newsreels. Take a look.
Battle with colon cancer. He was just 43 years old. The Black Panther star, who also portrayed a roster of Black American icons, being remembered by fans, friends, and fellow actors for his talents, his spirit, and his heart. ABC's Chris Connolly joined us from Los Angeles with more. Chris, good morning. This is a huge loss.
Yes, good morning, Janae. You know, at this moment in our history, it is hard to think of an actor more indispensable, more absolutely necessary right now than Chadwick Boseman. His passing leaves moviegoers in mourning. Wakanda forever! He could play a Marvel superhero and give him a human dimension, while commanding the screen as only a true movie star can. Playing the title role in Black Panther, Chadwick Boseman was a singular force.
I bought this building. And that building. That one over there.
In a defining film for our time and our culture. Is King T'Challa a figure of wisdom and gravity in 3 dimensions, capable of action and deep emotion?
What happens now determines what happens.
But they don't do right. It's just gonna take somebody that do right or something. They ain't gonna never do right until somebody in there close to them gonna die, and then they gonna realize. You know what I'm saying?
To the rest of the world.
Embodying the Wakanda Forever spirit, the beating heart of a movie whose impact was transformative for millions of moviegoers.
Why is it important to you that there's a movie like this that represents Black heroes?
It's important because I didn't have this growing up. Yeah. I just know what it's gonna mean to you when you see it. That it can give you a certain type of confidence when you walk through the world.
Most recently, Boseman appearing in Spike Lee's Da 5 Bloods on Netflix. And as an actor, Chadwick Boseman could do it all. He could play revered legends and bring them to fresh, daring, unexpected life.
Hey, give me a hand with these, would you? What you got in here, cement? Guns. Books.
As a determined young Thurgood Marshall, fighting for justice in Reggie Hudlin's Marshall.
Everybody gonna know your name.
In Get On Up as James Brown, the uncompromising godfather of soul, musical taskmaster, and trailblazer of funk. And as Jackie Robinson in 42, humanizing an icon. and giving viewers every bit of his courage, intellect, and fire in the face of savage racism. His impact further by how he represented the characters he played on screen in the real world.
There are two little kids, Ian and Taylor, who recently passed from cancer. And throughout our filming, I was communicating with them. And their parents said they're trying to hold on till this movie comes. And when I found out that it means a lot.
Chadwick Boseman's achievements made even more remarkable with the revelation that he'd undergone treatment for colon cancer since 2016, making movies during and between countless surgeries and chemotherapy, according to a statement posted on Instagram. The stunning news of his passing evoking an outpouring of grief. His co-star, Chris Evans, "This is beyond heartbreaking. Chadwick was special. Rest in power, King." Viola Davis, "No words to express my devastation." And Walt Disney Company Executive Chairman Bob Iger. He brought enormous strength, dignity, and depth to his groundbreaking role of Black Panther, shattering myths and stereotypes, adding, "His absence from the screen is only eclipsed by his absence from our lives." Chadwick Boseman died on Friday at the age of 43, mourned by his loved ones and by so many who will never forget his powerful, pioneering work. It is a monumental loss, Janae.
Absolutely, and he was going through so much, but still gave us so many incredible pieces of work. Chris, thank you so much this morning.
We begin tonight with the sudden and very tragic death sending shockwaves across the country. Actor Chadwick Boseman died at the age of 43 following a private 4-year battle with colon cancer. Boseman inspiring millions with his roles, making 7 movies while quietly undergoing surgeries and chemotherapy treatments. He's perhaps best known for his groundbreaking role right here in Black Panther, a watershed moment for African-American filmmakers and audiences alike. Boseman also portraying Black icons like Jackie Robinson, James Brown, and Thurgood Marshall. His passing coming on the same day Major League Baseball honored the real Jackie Robinson. Tonight, the endless stream of tributes pouring in from fans, co-stars, and leaders past and present on what he and his roles meant to them. ABC's Janae Norman leads us off.
Tonight, the overwhelming outpouring of grief for a star gone too soon. He brought real heroes and revered legends to life on the big screen, from Thurgood Marshall and Reggie Hudlin's Marshall,
Mr. Spell's attorney, Thurgood Marshall,
to the godfather of soul as James Brown in Get On Up, to baseball icon Jackie Robinson in 42.
Robinson up.
Chadwick Boseman commanded the screen,
Wakanda forever!
and he helped change the culture in his most famous role as Black Panther.
What happens now determines what happens to the rest of the world.
Boseman as King T'Challa transformed Hollywood, for many Black Americans offering representation long overdue and an unmatched sense of pride.
To be young, gifted, and Black, we all know what it's like to be told that there is not a place for you to be featured. We could create a world that exemplified a world that we wanted to see.
Accomplishing so much in just a few short years, all while waging a personal and private battle. A statement on Instagram revealing the star, just 43, had undergone treatment for colon cancer since 2016, making movies during and between countless surgeries and chemotherapy. News of Boseman's untimely death stunning the world. Denzel Washington, who helped pay for Boseman to study acting at the British Academy of Dramatic Acting in Oxford, saying he was a gentle soul and a brilliant artist. Angela Bassett, who played Boseman's on-screen mother in Black Panther, writing, "This young man's dedication was awe-inspiring, his smile contagious, his talent unreal." Former President Barack Obama, writing of Boseman's work with kids, to be young, gifted, and Black, to use that power to give them heroes to look up to do it all while in pain. What a use of his years. St. Jude Children's Hospital sharing pictures of Boseman visiting kids fighting cancer, while quietly doing the same, breaking down, recalling 2 boys who wanted to live to see him bring Black Panther to life.
There are two two little kids, Ian and Taylor, who recently passed from cancer, and their parents said they're trying to hold on till this movie comes. And when I found out that it means a lot.
Chadwick Boseman meant so much to so many Americans, particularly Black Americans, for those legends he brought to life and envisioning Wakanda. This loss at this moment in our country is impossible to overstate, and Tom, he is already so deeply missed.
All right, you saw right there. It's the unfortunate task of that Chadwick Boseman had passed away due to colon cancer. We didn't know he was fighting it, and they say he was fighting it throughout, and he was filming Black Panther. And that's just to say it's a remarkable story for him, because he was sick and he was making movies, and that just tells you the testament of this man and how this man persevered and did what he had to do to make movies, and he will be missed. He will be missed. Now, I know he played a lot of roles. He played a lot of historic roles. I mean, a lot of historic people. He played James Brown in Get Up, which that was one of my favorites. He played 42 Jackie Robinson, the great Jackie Robinson. He played Thurgood Marshall, and he played Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Wakanda Forever. And he was that. He was a remarkable talent, remarkable. Let's look at this remarkable speech he did in his alma mater, Howard University, on how not to give up. Take a look.
Ali in the middle of the yard, in his elder years, drawing from his victories and his losses. At that moment, I realized something new about the greatness of Ali and how he carried his crown. I realized that he was transferring something to me on that day. He was transferring the spirit of the fighter in me. He was transferring the spirit of the fighter to me. He was transferring the spirit of the fighter to me. Sometimes you need to feel the pain and sting of defeat to activate the real passion and purpose that God predestined inside of you. God says in Jeremiah, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Graduating class, hear me well on this day. When you have reached the hilltop and you are deciding on next jobs, next steps, careers, further education, you would rather find purpose than a job or a career. Purpose crosses disciplines. Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on the planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. When I dare to challenge the system that would relegate us to victims and stereotypes with no clear historical backgrounds, no hopes or talents, when I questioned that method of portrayal, a different path opened up for me. The path to my destiny. When God has something for you, it doesn't matter who stands against it. God will move someone that's holding you back away from a door and put someone there who will open it for you. If it's meant for you, I don't know what your future is, but if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Now, this is your time. The light of new realization shines on you today. Howard's legacy is not wrapped up in the money that you will make, but the challenges that you choose to confront. As you commit to your past, press on with pride and press on with purpose. God bless you. I love you, Howard. Howard forever.
Yes, indeed. Not to give up. And Chadwick Boseman personified that example, was the epitome of never giving up. And he never gave up until the very last, to the end. Chadwick Boseman has done it all. I mean, done it all here in this world. He will be missed in stuff. But let's hear your outpouring love and support of what you people had to say about the great Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Let's take a look at what you people had to say.
Passing of legendary Black Panther actor Chadwick Boseman. He had been battling cancer over the last 4 years. And I'm gonna be honest, it was very concerning to me when Chadwick Boseman released a video where he physically looked a lot more smaller and frail and fragile than usual. A lot of people thought he lost so much weight because of a movie role, but some of us kind of know what sick weight looks like. Nobody knew. So of course this news comes as a shock to everyone. Many of us as parents, we gotta now have the talk with our children about how their favorite superhero is no longer with us. And it's a harsh reality that oftentimes you want to shield your children from. That man displayed the true prowess of a king, but heavy is the head that holds the crown. And sometimes part of being a king is looking at the face of danger and still pressing forward, even when it hurts. And that's what Chadwick Boseman did. He battled this disease for 4 years, and that man never complained. He showed up for work every day. He had every excuse in the world to stay home, and he showed up to be our king. If Chadwick Boseman could fight through colon cancer and still press towards his dreams, press towards his accomplishments while fighting cancer, nobody has an excuse. Chadwick did it. Kobe did it. Nipsey did it. We have to do it. And everybody all on your timeline, people are going to be talking about what we lost. I want to talk about what we gained. Chadwick Boseman was a gift. As I watched the videos of Chadwick Boseman today, this morning, I just kept being reminded, I kept hearing that he was a gift, that life itself is a gift. None of this belongs to us. It is literally a gift from God for you to be sitting here right now. And what we have to start doing is cherishing our gifts. Your family is a gift. Your friends are a gift. And with the coronavirus literally sucking the oxygen out of people's lungs, God has given a clear sign that even the air you breathe is a gift. And what are gifts made for? To be appreciated. While everybody else is talking about what we lost, what we have gained is one of the first Black superheroes. What we have gained is inspiration for our children to see themselves represented in a way that is powerful, that is culturally groundbreaking. What we gained was a moment in history to where Black, white, Asian, and every culture of the world celebrated Black excellence at the premiere of Black Panther. What we gained was the ability to see our women, Black women, as strong. That was a gift. It was Chadwick's gift to all of us. And oftentimes, it is human nature to not appreciate something until it's gone. And I'm proud to say that we gave Chadwick Boseman his flowers while he was still alive.
Darren here, just want to say thank you so much for making Black Panther. I can't express how much it means to me and the community and my family. Thank you from the very bottom of my heart for all that you've done, for really being a hero that we really need in a time like this. Thank you so much.
Darren,
I think there's something wrong with your microphone.
I cannot tell you how much it means to have you step into the role as our king and be holding it with such grace and poise and joy.
That was so great. I think we should let's get a close-up of that. Let's get a close-up of that right now.
Well, for me, as the mother of a young son, my son's childhood has been defined by Barack Obama and now Black Panther. So thank you.
Hey, that's way too much praise. Barack Obama.
No.
You are gorgeous. Gorgeous, man.
That is unexpected.
Gorgeous, man.
Wow, what a surprise.
Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Thank you for the blessing that you were upon the earth. Thank you to Chadwick Boseman for showing us all exactly how to be a young king.
Like a even keel type soul. Seemed like the way he carried himself. I never met him in person, but he seemed like a really just calm, mellow, down to earth type of guy. And I'm making this video because, of course, he passed on yesterday, and I'm seeing all these videos honoring him, but they can't seem to honor him without mentioning Black Panther. And while I understand it, Black Panther has inspired many of us, right? Chadwick Boseman is an actor. You understand? Like, he's a real human being. Like, I just find it disturbing. You know what I mean? Like, to represent the brother in that way. You know what I mean? I'm seeing children, parents or whoever's taking pictures of children where they're sitting down having like a fake funeral for Black Panther. Black Panther ain't dead. Black Panther is a fictitious character. Okay? Someone else will play that role. These people make so much money off of these characters, family. When Heath Ledger died, they continued on with the Joker. And they're going to continue on with Black Panther. Black Panther is not dead. Okay? It's like we should teach our children not to do that. You know what I mean? Like the difference in between the two. You know what I mean? It's like watching Reading Rainbow, asking yourself, why is Toby reading? You understand? We have to separate the two. An actor, the roles they play are not representing or shouldn't represent who they are in their real life. Chadwick was an amazing actor. He played many roles and he did them in an excellent way. But what we're doing is just too much, man. I get it. The movie was inspiring. Like I said, we're looking at a superhero who's Black. We've been wanting to see that, right? And then they represented him well, right? They had him speaking well. They had him being really prestigious and people around him were regal. You know what I mean? Seemed to have it figured out on some tribe shit. Like, that was powerful. But that's a movie. He played a role in that movie, family. I get it. But at the same time, if I were him, I wouldn't want to be recognized in that way at my passing. I want to be recognized for being an amazing husband, right? Being a great brother, a great son, right? A great nephew, a great uncle, a great friend, right? There's so much more to us than our talents, family. When Kobe died, it was the same thing. We've got to get to a point to where we recognize that these are human beings and these are their occupations. And while they're on the forefront for us all to see, it isn't wise to, I guess, attribute them to the roles they play or the games they play or the points they score. They're human beings, family. You know what I mean? And like I said, I know that Black people or people who identify as Black are in a position economically, in a system that doesn't seem to treat us right. And so, yeah, we look for inspiration in things like that. But we still have to know the difference. True inspiration should be us unifying, right? Something that we truly long for should be us coming together and creating. But with Black Panther, the love for us to see a Black superhero, the love for us to see ourselves represented in a positive way earned these people millions of dollars. To this day, we're buying their shirts, we're buying their paraphernalia, we're buying their toys. Man, we Halloween, man, our black children are Black Panther. Don't do that with Chadwick's death. Buy the stuff if you want it. This is not a video on saying don't make the rich richer. Buy the stuff if you want it. Watch the DVD if you want to watch it. Go see the movie when it comes out. Do what you want to do. But don't make Chadwick's death something that is that. Now we're gonna go watch more, buy more DVDs, buy more Black Panther paraphernalia, more action figures, right? For what reason? That's not Chadwick. If you want to honor the man, honor the man. He is not the character Black Panther, family. We gotta do better than that. I don't want to be recognized for my job, for my employment. I want to be recognized as a great husband, as a great father, a great son, a great brother, a great uncle, a great friend, right? Nah, man, that Joker boy, he could do this, he could rap. I mean, he could do this, he could act. Like, come on, man. And I get it, you're fans, I get it. You're fans. That's all you know him by. That's all you knew Kobe by. So when they pass on, that's all you recognize them by. I'm asking you to dig a little bit deeper. These are souls. These are true human beings. Man, Black Panther does not exist. Rest in power. Resurrect in peace. Okay? Chadwick Boseman, I really hope that his family can find solace and peace. I don't know how they personally feel about this and if they like him being represented in this way. I don't know. But it just didn't sit well with me. So I just thought I would make a video and just explain to you guys that we can do better than that. Like, the brother's so much more than a character he played. This character, Black Panther, was created by someone else. And of course, he played a role in making that a visual for us, entertaining for us. But upon this man's passing, we're posting Black Panther pictures and action figures of Black Panther dying. Like, come on, man. All these children are not all of a sudden having this idea individually to make a picture like this. Folding over the chairs, crying. Like, come on, man. You parents are doing this stuff and you're doing it for likes and views. It's crazy. And it makes it seem disingenuous because it's like, why are you sharing it? Why are you posting about the brother? Do you really care? Or are you looking for likes and views? You know what I mean? Like, I don't see these children unless they're seeing it on the internet and said I'm choosing to copy it and having their other little brother or sister take a photo. I don't know, but I've seen white kids, black kids, everybody doing this photo. I'm seeing so many people share these photos. Chadwick Boseman is not Black Panther. Our children doing that is silly, family. I don't know what it does. I don't know. Like, we need to stop teaching our children to do that. All right, that's it. That's my rant, family. Rest in peace. Resurrect in power. Chadwick Boseman, all of that. It was sudden. Many of us didn't expect it, or I don't know. Like, it's hard to hear. You know what I mean? Like, any of us dying, anybody dying is hard to hear, family. Like, you know what I mean? And he's young and had his whole life ahead of him, and you know, it's sad. You know what I mean? But separate the two. That's all I ask. Peace, family.
When I'm sad, the only way I know to express myself is through music. And we're all sad right now. I feel it. Let's go. It's hard for me to breathe right now, 'cause all our stars are falling. As because of falling, God hit me a call to let the sunshine now. Help these tears are falling. Let me keep on falling. Hurts, but now it's up to you. Come on, can we come together? If they say the same, will there be change? The answer is never. But I know together we can get through whatever. It's hard to see, but if we believe, we can get there. We count out forever.
Frank. The person that died, Black Panther.
Make Black Panther, that even though we knew it was like a fictional story, it actually felt real. It actually felt like we finally had our black superhero, and nobody can touch us. You know, so and to lose that, it's sad in our community. It's sad in our community, and to lose the Black Panther and the Black Mamba in the same year. We can all agree that 2020 is the shittiest year that I in my 35 years. It's not even a question. No.
There is no Black Panther without Denzel Washington.
What about the
Shall wear a crown. I shall wear a crown. When it's all over. When it's all over. I shall see his face. I shall see his face. See his face. Oh, when it's all over. When it's all over. I'm going to put on my robe, tell the story, how I made it over. Yeah. I am going to tell the story, how I made it over. Made it over. Say I made it. I made it. Don't you look for me, 'cause I'm going home. Oh, I made it. No more crying days. No more sickness. No more pain. Soon as I get home, you may look for me, but I'm going home.
Across the world are mourning the loss of Chadwick Boseman, including people who grew up with him right here in the upstate. Boseman is a T.L. Hanna graduate who rose to fame as an actor, but those who love him say he meant so much more to them off the screen. And he died at his home with his family after a 4-year battle with colon cancer. Fox Carolina's Amber Worthy is live for us tonight. And Amber, this was just such a shock to really everybody. And I know people were saying he's just a very humble and gentle soul who at one point in time lived in the upstate.
You'd be like,
Yes, definitely, and they say he left a very big footprint when he was here, so there were a lot of tears today because it was tough for so many people who say Chadwick Boseman meant so much to them, and now I also see parents saying, how do I explain this to my child that their invincible vibranium suit wearing superhero is gone, and now there's a memorial growing here at T.L. Hanna where he attended, and people just want his family to know that we're all thinking about him. The news of Chadwick Boseman's death rocked the world Friday night, right here at home in the upstate. Those who loved the T.L. Hanna grad in his hometown of Anderson say it just doesn't feel real. Jarvis Blanding says he lived just a few houses down from the Bosemans.
It's like a shock to the whole town, everybody that I spoke with. And it's like nobody
everybody just at a loss of words right now.
We learned that the icon was privately fighting colon cancer while fighting bad guys on the big screen.
It was surprising, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it just showed how strong he was. And to know that he fought this from 16 until now, and he did all those movies, all that training, just everything that he did in that time, he was dealing with that.
Playing everything from a sports legend, a king, and a hero, and so much more.
I'll never forget my first time watching Get On Up. You actually forgot it was him that was playing James Brown. I was like, Chad Dance? That's something we never do on the Ponderosa. But that just showed us how awesome he was, and he impacted people in so many different ways.
Even young children leaving many parents trying to find the words to explain what happened to the Black Panther.
Because a lot of times, with the world, how it is now, how we want to shield our children for everything that's going on. And the reality is that we can't shield them. Because if we don't ask the questions, we just leave it to their imaginations to run wild.
Anisha Blanding, a licensed therapist, says clinging to memories and expressing your emotions is key for all ages.
Black Panther definitely was a memory, a thing that we'll never forget. It's powerful, and that's something that can kind of uplift the kid's spirit, knowing that, hey, he left this major thing behind. A black man saying that, hey, we have superpowers, and him being a superhero and leading by example.
Service purpose and just brother rest in paradise. Kind of family.
So like we mentioned, there is a memorial that has been started here at TL Hanna. Of course, we expect it to grow over the coming days. Now, Netflix did release to People magazine that there was a movie that was supposed to be released in the next few days, but they are postponing that out of respect for his family. When we learn about this final film that we will see Chadwick Boseman in, we'll let you know when it will air and where you can find it. Reporting live in Anderson, Amber Worthy for the 10 o'clock news.
Amber, thank you. A great story honoring Chadwick. And following the death of Chadwick Boseman, a petition was started by DeAndre Weaver. Now, the goal is to replace a Confederate monument in Anderson with a Chadwick Boseman memorial instead. The petition has more than 3,300 signatures at this hour of a goal of 5,000. And Anderson District 5 releasing a statement saying, quote, Anderson 5 and TL Hanna are shocked and saddened by the news, and our thoughts are with the family during this difficult time. People know of his impact on the big screen, but his legacy will also live on in those he touched in the Anderson community. Meanwhile, Senator Tim Scott took to Twitter saying, quote, South Carolina grieves the loss of her native son. Thank you, Chadwick Boseman, for being a bright light and inspiring so many around the globe. Your loved ones are in my prayers. #Wakanda forever. And Senator Lindsey Graham also posted on Twitter, quote, very sad to hear of the tragic death of Chadwick Boseman, one of the greatest actors of his generation and a South Carolina native. His life was tragically cut short, but the impact he made will be long-lived. Condolences to his family and friends.
A lot of love and outpouring of respect for Chadwick Boseman, what he done for the film industry and how he shaped the culture with Black Panther. Because when I first saw Black Panther, I knew it was going to be big, but I didn't know it was that big. The magnitude, when you heard the numbers, like it surpassed this, it surpassed that. It was surpassed in the billions. So Chadwick Boseman had to come out with the second Black Panther. And, maybe we may never see that, but the first one left an indelible mark, an impressionable mark, and he will be missed. Man, Chadwick Boseman, a acclaimed talent that's gonna live forever. His movies gonna live forever. You're gonna see him forever. Man, that's what they say. Well, due to the unfortunate note, I want to end with that. Let's end with a speech from the late, great Chadwick Boseman with this. I've been your host, Kendrick Dix, saying, remembering the career of Chadwick Boseman here on Viral. See you later.
Work every day, and the passion and the intelligence, the resolve, the discipline that everybody showed I also think of two questions that we all have received during the course of multiple publicity runs. And one is, did we know that this movie was going to receive this kind of response? Meaning, was it going to make billions of dollars? Was it going to make $1 billion? Was it going to still be around during this award season? And the second question is, has it changed the industry? Has it actually changed the way this industry works, how it sees us? And my answer to that is to be young, gifted, and black. Because all of us up here know, and Andy, we include you too. Man, you got great timing, boy. Great timing. To be young, gifted, and black, we all know what it's like to be told that there is not a place for you to be featured, yet you are young, gifted, and black. We know what it's like to be told to say there's not a screen for you to be featured on, a stage for you to be featured on. We know what it's like to be the tail and not the head. We know what it's like to be beneath and not above. And that is what we went to work with every day, because we knew not that we would be around during award season or that it would make $1 billion, but we knew that we had something special that we wanted to give the world, that we could be full human beings in the roles that we were playing, that we could create a world that exemplified a world that we wanted to see. We knew that we had something that we wanted to give, and to come to work with every day and to solve problems with this group of people every day with this director. That is something that I wish all actors would get the opportunity to experience. If you get to experience that, you will be a fulfilled artist. Now, the question of
look, that look like Charlotte.
Who would be around. Don't give me the music. The question of who will be around during award season. I just have to say, it's a pleasure to be celebrated by you, to be loved by you. And one thing I do know, did it change the industry? I know that you can't have a Black Panther now without a 2 on it. So we love you and we celebrate it.